And here we are, the second half of November 2018. And yeah, it's more eventful, it's more interesting, and it's better. I guess it's better. Not in terms of my mood, of course. I mean, my mood has always been kind of just in the middle. But yeah, it's a little more eventful. So, I'm gonna start off with November 16th, a Friday, and that is the school picnic day. And, yeah, that is, well, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So it's the fifth time that we are going on a school picnic day, quote to quote picnic. So I wasn't all that excited about it. I was just okay with it, and quote to quote picnic because usually it's barbecue, not really picnic. So yeah, basically it's picnic, but actually we are having a barbecue by the beach, and it's November 16th, so that day was supposed to be a cold day. Not really cold, but it's supposed to be around 25 to 26 degrees Celsius, okay? Who would have thought it would be that hot on that day? It feels like 30 or 31 degrees Celsius. It's really fucking hot. It's spicy. It burns. And that's why I got all these sunburns after the barbecue, after the event, once again. And yeah, so basically on that day, early in the morning, I texted Natalie and we decided to meet up in the, subway station. Because we all of the students and the teachers had to meet in the pier in a district, well, not in this district anyway. So we decided to meet at the subway station so that we would take a ride over there, and then Christopher was there as well, so we went over there. And on my way there I wrote my daughter's album review, so that's pretty cool. And then we enter part A of the event. So yeah, we stayed at the pier for a while, and I had also seen the people at 5C. Again, we have home classes, so we are 5A, and our grade also have a 5C, 11th grade, the 5th year, get it? So yeah, the 5C'ers were there as well, and Mary was there. Yeah, anyway, we were not going to the same destination. Class A, B, and E are going to one island, and C and B and C are going to another part of Hong Kong. So we're not together, okay? So yeah, we went to this faraway island. It's still within the Hong Kong boundary, of course, border, right? And we went in there. We took a boat to the island. We got off the boat and we walked for 30 minutes until we reached the beach. And yeah, it was a very long walk. And as we were walking, we slowly started to realize that we were blindly following the people in front of us. Like, yeah, the people in front of us, which is basically Christopher and I think Kingsley and Leo, I think. Yeah, well, anyway. And they were walking for like they weren't following anyone, they were just walking. So all of a sudden we're like, hold on, are we walking to the right, on the right direction? Like, is this the right path? So yeah, Pink was like, Christopher, we can't trust you. And I added, the boy who cried wolf, Christopher. And some people laughed. But yeah, anyway. And then there were some confusions on where to go on our way over there, because the teacher wasn't leading us. The teachers weren't leading us. We were walking over there by ourselves. And yeah, anyway. Uh, I felt really bad about myself, forgetting to bring my short pants and my slippers to the beach because I somehow forgot about it. I just, yeah. And most of the people, a majority of the people, brought slippers and pants so that they could, go to the beach and have fun. And yeah, at the end, I just pulled up my pants, my long trousers, and I just went to the sand barefoot. And a few people did that as well, so it's not like a huge deal. But yeah, that's what I did. And yeah, I was totally scammed by the sun because it's so fucking hot. I was just questioning, like, it's the middle of November, and yet it still feels like summer. Uh, and yeah, around 10 a.m., 11 a.m., it's really, really hot. And yeah, and then after I and Leo and a lot of other people, after we ate some, chicken wings, some uh, beef, some seafood, like meatballs and, sausages, barbecue stuffs. We went to the sand and have fun. We went to the beach. And yeah, I took Sandra's camera. Originally, Marty got it, but Marty gave it to me because Marty wanted to play volleyball with the rest of our class. So I had the camera, and so I took a few photos and videos. It's pretty cool, and I look like a creep. And there's one time when I was taking a video, somebody in our class threw a volleyball, and the volleyball went over to me, like went flying to me. And I was holding a camera, an expensive camera. So I just blocked it. I tried to protect myself and the camera and blocked it. And oh boy, the ball literally came to me, like exactly me, like bullseye. But my hand deflected it, and it was I was honestly surprised that I was able to, deflect it. But yeah, I saved myself. And then after a while, I joined the Leo people with AJ and Christopher and Tom and Jordana. Jordana was playing as well. And we were playing this ball game. Basically, we are assigned numbers and we call that number out. And that person with the number had to catch the ball after we threw it into midair. And then if the person caught it, then the person can, call out another number and hand the ball to someone else. Or if you weren't able to catch it, you needed to, people around you are going to run away. And you need to say stop, and when you say stop, they stop, and you take 3 steps to the nearest person and threw the ball at them. If you miss, you lose. If you hit, you win the round. And yeah, I played the game and I sucked. Okay, I sucked ass. I suck at sports in general. I suck at ball games, and I got hit multiple times. I couldn't catch the ball all the time. Yeah, but there's one time after I wasn't able to catch the ball, and the nearest person is Christopher. So I walked 3 steps towards him, and I missed a lot of times, but for some reason, in the spur of the moment, I came up with a plan, and so I tried to throw the ball, but it was just, it was fake. And Christopher wanted to dodge the ball, so he dodged it, he ducked, and turns out it was fake. I didn't throw it. So Christopher was on the ground, and Christopher was shocked. And when he was shocked, he didn't move, so I could easily hit him with the ball. And that was genius. That was a genius move. And after that, people cheered and clapped, and Jordana was like, "Wow, that's really good," and Leo was like clapping and stuff. And after that, we walked all the way back to the pier once again, dock pier, same thing. And our class teacher, one of them, bought us all, tofu dessert, and it tastes weird. And then we took the boat back to the main Hong Kong island. And the event had finished. It's done. And so I still had some time, so I followed Natalie and Leo and Adam and Christopher around, and we went to the very luxurious, very expensive mall, shopping mall. And when we were walking to the mall, apparently Jordana, Anne, and Olivia were also going to the same place, so it's kind of awkward. If you don't know that, Natalie and Christopher and Pink and they are sort of in a war, in a feud with Jordana, Anne, and Olivia. So it was awkward, okay, but we didn't like argue or anything. We just split ways as soon as possible. And everyone but Christopher and me changed clothes, and we hung out for like an hour. And then after that, Christopher left, and we walked all the way from a district to another district, and we went to another mall where I got to recollect some of my very old childhood memories, because that shopping mall was a mall that I go to every week when I was really, really young, back when I was studying in elementary school. So I got to recollect my memories, and with a different set of people. So it gave me a strange feeling, I guess. And then afterwards, it was 7 p.m. We stayed at the McDonald's, and we talked about, stuffs like people in our class, and of course we talked about like, sex, because duh, we're teens. And I don't know, but I just feel like I've been very, very social, and I've been a little bit too revealing towards Pink and Adam and maybe Leo. But yeah, it was a very fun time. I had great fun. And finally, we move over to next Monday, November 19th, and for some reason, I checked my pencil case and my eraser's gone. My correction fluid is gone, and my calculator is gone. If you don't know what a correction fluid is, it's like this. Basically, you open the cap, and then you can squirt some white liquid out of the thing, and it covers up your words, so you can rewrite it. So correction fluid. But what's also kind of interesting is that Jordana is on the move. And the first thing that Jordana does is what she does best, which is to manipulate people by treating them very well. And this time, Jordana invited Marty, Tom, and AJ to her place to have fun, hang out, and play bowling. And and Adam and Pink were like, wow, Jordana is just manipulating them, like manipulation. And then I followed a bunch of boys during lunch, and we were about to go to a Japanese restaurant, and then some teachers from our school were also going to the restaurant. So some of us were like, you know what, I don't want to eat with the teachers. So we went to another restaurant, a Korean restaurant. But for some reason, the bunch of teachers, followed us to the Korean restaurant for some weird reason. And then also, I have no idea why, zero clue why, but our class teacher, Miss Herbie's fake name, terrible name actually, she chose me, Hans, Leo, and Nick to do some stuffs, you know. So basically, we are one of those how should I call it, ambassadors, and we are chosen to, you know, like hold a bunch of cards in our hands and some and a bag of, you know, presents. And early in the morning, we would arrive at school. At the school gate, we would hold the bag of presents and hold the bag of cards, and we would go over to random strangers in our school, and we would ask them questions, and we would give them presents. So, ambassadors. And yeah, it's pretty cringy, it's pretty awkward, and yeah, and basically the questions are well, more like a challenge. Like, we had a bunch of cards, and on the cards it's hello, but in different languages, because apparently it's Global Awareness Day and we need to be aware of the world and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of dumb. And let's see what also happened. On the same day, we had to hand in a Chinese writing assignment. And, you know, Natalie, she's not good at Chinese at all, so she was very frustrated and she banged her head onto the table. And that's not new, okay? She had done that like 100 times. So I was like, yeah, not again. And I kind of chuckled because, you know, not again. And Adam and Christopher were like shocked by it. Like, oh my gosh, it's some crazy suicidal depression thing. She just banged her head onto the desk. Like, oh my gosh. And I chuckled. And because I chuckled, they were mad, and Adam was like, why the fuck are you laughing? Yeah, anyway. In the morning, my correction fluid suddenly appears on Sandra's desk for some reason, and then on the same day, my calculator somehow showed up on Leo's desk, and no, like, on the same day, before lunch, Leo couldn't find any calculators besides his on his desk, and then all of a sudden, after lunch, it's on his desk. Well, not really after lunch, after and before maths class, which is really weird. So yeah, I have no idea who stole my stuffs, and also my eraser, it's found. My rubber, and yeah, I don't know, I have no idea who stole my stuffs, and I have no idea why he or she decided to return it back, but that's really weird. November 21st, again, early in the morning, me, Leo, Hans, Nick, we had to go to school early in the morning. I said that again. To ask people stuffs, and it's, again, kind of cringy. And yeah, and then we have PE class where we had to throw stuffs. Like, that's a sport, right? You know, we need to throw stuffs, and we were given 2 chances, okay? 2 attempts. And when I first threw the stuff, by the way, the stuff is like a metallic disc, I fucked up, okay? And it just fall flat right in front of me. Meanwhile, everyone threw it so far away. And it was embarrassing, but on my second attempt, I tried hard, and, you know, my arms feel painful, but it was worth it. It wasn't, like, that great or anything, but hey, at least it wasn't all that bad on the second attempt. And then during lunchtime, we were summoned by our class teacher again to help organize a thing in front of the school gate. Not really in front of the school gate, in the main empty space right outside of everybody's classrooms, and we had to be assistants to these staffs in an organization. And these staffs were from all different countries: Singapore, Somalia, USA, Australia, and Deutschland, aka Germany. And we get to pick one. There's 4 of us, so we are basically assistants to those staffs, and those staffs basically promote their country to the students of our school, basically. And Miss Hermes, she bought us lunch, and we got to eat lunch over there, and it's pretty nice. I picked Germany. I really wanted to pick USA, but it's kind of unfair for the 3 other people because they don't speak German. But I don't speak German, but I've experienced German. Okay, like I've been to Germany, and yeah. Anyway, I'm better at German than Leo, Nick, or Hans, even though I still suck because I'm not even from Europe. But yeah. And Leo picked USA, Nick picked Australia, Hans picked Singapore. Caroline, who is Mary's friend and Oliver's friend, went around and took photos. And then we also have Iris, who's also in C class, the same class with Caroline and Mary. And she's also the assistant for Germany. And yeah, pretty interesting, pretty weird. Actually, the weirdest thing that had happened to me in school for a very long time. And then another girl was there. This super tall and skinny girl, not super tall, kind of tall, skinny model girl who knows a lot about the American culture, studies in E class. She's there as well. Lots of Instagram followers, kind of a thought. She's over there as well. So it was really weird. And also, the German guy, he gave me this souvenir as a thank you gift. And I don't know if it's available in Hong Kong or not, but yep, it's from Germany. Milk hazelnut Schnitte. Oh, snack. There's the translation. Yep, it's yeah. And he also showcased these snacks to the students. These snacks. He didn't give me this. He didn't give me these chocolates, but he showcased these chocolates because it's German as well, as you can see. Can't focus, whatever, but I didn't get this from him. My mom bought it somewhere else, not in Germany for some reason. Really weird. November 22nd. I know this video is long enough, but hang on. November 22nd, we got another double Chinese lesson. Fucking hell. And then, usually in double lessons we had to, write another long ass Chinese passage, and it's a usage kind of passage. So it's not, express your feelings and, talk about your friend and stuff. It's usually something like a speech, an article, a letter, And we were given 75 minutes to write the thing, and we need to write around 700, 800, actually around 900 words. And of course we don't have enough time, especially me. Basically we had to write an article, and I spent like 5 minutes thinking about the title, so I was really late. So so because nobody was able to finish the writing, so our Chinese teacher allowed us to write it during lunch. After we finish our lunch, we go back to school and we write as fast as possible, because after lunchtime he's going to come back and collect it. Otherwise, it's a 0 out of 100. So we went to the noodle restaurant, and we ate it really fast, and the noodles were kind of hot and spicy, so it was torturous. Man. But November 23rd is actually surprisingly a really good day for me. Not extremely good, but I it's a good day. It's a good ass day. So on that day we have an English assessment, a test, and it's a huge test. It's not just some whatever test. It's the test, okay? And basically, we had to do a book report, an oral book report, which means we will be given 3 minutes and we will have to answer a couple questions about a book that we picked. And yeah, everybody was really serious about it, and everybody was nervous, and yeah, Leo stuttered a bit. But yeah, I didn't prepare much. I was doing The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. I didn't prepare much for the test, to be honest. And I didn't even read the book. I mean, I read a couple pages, and that's all. I've seen the movie, okay, a very, very long time ago. But that's about it. And then I went up there in front of the entire class, and I spoke. And it's just so natural. It's like me talking right now. It's super natural, super fluent. And everybody was like, and people were like, whoa, wow, that's insane. And then after that, people were like, wow. And I totally fucking killed it. I nailed it. I nailed the test. And Selena gave me a thumbs up because I did so well. I've done so well. But yeah, I don't want to sound cocky or anything, because when it comes to Chinese, I am terrible. When it comes to chemistry, no way. And I'm not that good at physics now, so, I'm not really that good. But yeah, people were really surprised about my performance. And apparently, the teacher, our English teacher, gave me a full mark. Yeah, a 24 out of 24. And that is really fucking nuts. Like, nutsacks. Like, wow. I didn't even read the entire book. So that's pretty insane. Marty asked me if I was 100% Hong Konger or was I mixed. You know what? I'm actually 100% Hong Kong. And Maria also asked me about stuffs. It was pretty insane, alright? Also, on the night before, I posted an Instagram story and an Instagram post about my short film, because, I made this short film and I joined a competition, and the organization of the competition wanted people to vote. It's a voting thing, and the more votes you get, the more, the more chance you're going to win the award. So, everyone had to, everyone joining the competition had to, tell people to vote. So I told people to vote. Important. Please vote. Link in bio. And then the day after, people actually watched my video and voted. People actually did that, okay? Leo did that, and he told me he liked it. And then Ernest did that, which is pretty insane. Christopher did that. Oliver did that as well. And people were like, yeah, your short film, it's different. It's something special. And wow. That was good. That was amazing, because I've always wanted to have something special about me, like anyone else. I've wanted a talent, okay? There you go. I'm good at making videos. And then after school, we had to do the drama practice, because if you don't know it, I'm in the school drama club. And my friend, Lee, let's call him Lee, Lee, Lee. He came back from San Francisco, okay? He's from Hong Kong, but like a year ago, he went to San Francisco, like 1.5 years ago. Yeah, 1.5 years ago, he went to San Francisco, and then he came back for like a week, and I got to talk to him for a while. And, in fact, on the next day, he had to leave and return to San Francisco because, it's Thanksgiving week. And, in the USA, you have, you can take a break from school because it's Thanksgiving and it doesn't exist in Hong Kong. And yeah, we got to chat a lot. And I'm probably the last person, the last friend he met before he returned to San Francisco. So that's pretty nuts. And, we talked about, the school systems in USA because I'm so unfamiliar with that. And, girls in the USA, of course. Some of his classmates smoked weed in the bathroom and got suspended. It's strange. If you get suspended, you don't have to go to school. So that's kind of a good thing maybe, but then again, your grades, fall behind. And apparently it's grades, it's not numbers anymore. It's not alphabets. And of course the school shooting isn't, issues. And they actually had school shooting drills. So that's pretty interesting. Stay away from the windows. And then it's November 24th. Oh yeah, it's a Saturday, right? It's a Saturday. I wanted to sleep more, but I couldn't because in the morning, we had to, I and my mom, we had to go to school and meet our teachers because it's Parents' Day, 3 times a year, I think, or twice a year. And, we had to meet our teachers, and our teacher will give us the report card. After the exam, and because we hadn't had an exam yet in 11th grade, so they didn't give us the report card, just a little slip. And, nothing special happened, period. Before going into this, up the stairs into the classrooms, Anne was there because she's in the Red Cross organization, and she had to, hand out a bunch of files and folders and information leaflets and stuff. And because she knows me, so she handed one of them to me. And interestingly, it's my mother's first encounter with Anne, I think. First. And, my mom totally had no idea on who my classmates are, and I'm so happy about that. And then in the school hall, Olivia was there because she's one of the prefects, school police, okay? And we went up the stairs, and then in the actual meeting, it's revealed that I'm number 16 of the class. There are 32 people in the class, and I'm number 16, exactly in the middle. Which means I've fallen behind, and I kind of suck. Even though it's not terrible, I'm still not satisfied with my grades, my results, this test. And, last time I was number 9 or 11, or 11 or 10, I think. Next Monday, it's not related to school necessarily, but, okay, so basically, at night on Saturday until the next morning on Sunday, I and a bunch of other people in an organization had to, have an overnight camp, okay, somewhere far away from Hong Kong Island, really, really far away at the northwest part of Hong Kong, on the mountain. And it was cold. It was wet, it was raining. It was raining on Sunday. It was pretty dry on Saturday, and it was messy, okay? So yeah, I haven't had a camp for a very long time. And it's not just, living in a room kind of camp. It's like tents kind of camp. And yeah, I packed my bags and I went over there. And it was really dirty. The people around me were pretty gross and disgusting. One of them didn't wash his hands after, taking a leak. And I didn't change clothes at all. Except for that one shirt, because it's really dirty. But I didn't change my pants at all. And I didn't even brush my teeth. well, originally I didn't want to brush my teeth. I want to, I will if I have the chance, but there's no toilet on the mountain. But at the end, I somehow found a way to brush my teeth, so I did that. And of course, no one took a shower because, again, there's no toilet up in the mountains. There's no toilets. There's no bathrooms. Toilet is a British word. Yeah, there's no bathrooms. And on the next morning, we didn't brush our teeth. And we had breakfast, which is disgusting. It's basically bread, but it's compressed because people stepped on it. And people slept on it. And we had hot cocoa, hot chocolate, but it was terrible. It tastes like nothing. And on the night before, as dinner, we had barbecue again, and and then we had a lot of chips. It's all dirty and stuff, and then after that, we packed our bags, and we walked all the way from the campsite to the nearest village to have lunch. And it took us 40 minutes, I think, and it was raining, and our bags are super heavy, and it was hell. It was like hell. It was pure suffering. Pure suffering. Yep, the video is super long. Who cares? November 26th, finally, we got to change our uniforms from summer uniform to winter uniform. We have school uniforms in Hong Kong and UK. And so yeah, winter uniform. It's super cool because I got to wear the big blazer, the big jacket, and I look awesome-tastic. And but there are so many homework. There are so many assignments. Chemistry, biology, maths, liberal studies, the essays, English. And then we have Chinese dictation and Chinese quiz. We have chemistry quiz every fucking day. And I was just so mad. Especially during recess, I was like, 24 hours a day only, and I got really, really angry for some reason. And yeah, that day sucked a bit on the first half. And then at night, after school, Natalie, Adam, and Leo went to Pink's house. And then Natalie came, and then Adam left. And I stayed there until like around 7 p.m. And it was cool. I and Pink grew closer, and I got to play with her 2 dogs again. Very fluffy, very cute. And apparently they wanted to dance in the Christmas party thing, which I will get into later. I've been talking for like an hour now. Oh my gosh. November 27th, I really wanted to, perform on stage, and I've been thinking about it from time to time to time, every day, every hour, and I've been talking to Adam a lot. Apparently, Adam knows how to play drums, so, I was like, yo, I want to perform on stage, and I want to, show people myself, and, I made a video yesterday, I'm gonna upload it as well. And it's about the Christmas party thing. But yeah, anyway, I sent the songs to Adam and stuffs. And also seat change. We didn't get to choose where we sit. Our class teacher does, and I sit with Nick. Yes, hell yeah! I can finally have someone to talk to. And in front of me is Ron. Behind me is Hector. Behind Nick is Christopher. In front of Nick is Selena. In front of Selena is Anne. In front of Ron is Olivia. Beside Nick is Kingsley. Yada yada. And I'm on row 8 on the 3rd seat, which is basically the row on the very, very left of the classroom. So I'm right beside a wall. But you know what? Whatever. Also, again, Natalie hates, Jordana, Olivia, and Anne. And because previously they were in a group in the chemistry lab, there are 3 big desks, and we had to form groups. Natalie wanted to change groups, so Natalie had to get someone to replace her position. She asked me, and of course I said no, so, whatever. And then Natalie got frustrated, and she left abruptly, and people were shocked again, and to me, it's no new news, okay? but then everyone somehow disappeared for some reason, so I don't know where they went. And apparently they were in the stairwell, in the hidden stairwell, not the main one. And around 11 a.m., I looked outside of the classroom and I saw Mary pass through. And then after school, when I was taking a bus back home, Mary was on the bus for some reason. And that's weird because Mary usually doesn't take the same bus as I do. So that's kind of weird. November 29th, PE class, we had to jump. Long jump. It's another sport, okay? And fuck. 2 attempts, okay? First jump, I fucked up completely. I jumped with both my legs and it was embarrassing. It was awkward. And then on the next attempt, I tried really hard. I ran full force and I hopped. And as I landed, I kind of grunt, you know. And, you know, people laughed, but I don't care. I don't give a shit. I would grunt, okay? I would grunt however I want. As loudly as possible, I don't care. If I were given a chance to do it again, I would still grunt. Because I was trying so hard. And yet, I jumped 2.6 meters, while everybody else is reaching 3 to 4 meters. So still, I suck. Yeah, and also I tried to find a guitarist, but I couldn't find it, so yeah. And then, today, November 30th, yesterday, again, I spoke to Natalie, and Natalie told me not to do the Christmas party thing, so I told myself, you know what? Let it go. Let it go. You're never gonna achieve your dream. So, I just let it go, and I have accepted that I am a coward, because that's the best I can do. And, for a bulk of the day, I feel bad. I'm running out of time. I feel bad because I feel like my school life is so pointless, okay? It feels so pointless. And I don't know. On the picnic day, Maria said something. Do you want to go back in time and experience something again? For some reason, she asked that question because, it's, she's, a really sentimental person and stuff. And Leo replied her with a joke saying, oh yeah, of course, you wanted to go back in time, go back to like some Chinese, like old Chinese dynasties, right? Or dynasties, right? And everybody laughed. But damn, hell yeah, I want to go back in time. Because back then, my school life was full of purpose, and I thought over and over and over again, maybe that one time when Mary told me to impersonate Idris, maybe that's the last time Mary's gonna speak to me in my entire life. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the last thing she's gonna say to me. And maybe Where's Oliver is the last thing that Linda's gonna say to me. And maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. So yeah, and then today after school, all the student cabinet stuffs. Natalie wanted to make an escape room thing, so she and a bunch of people made the escape room thing, and it was dumb. It was stupid. Some members of the cabinet pretended to be like, I don't know, serial killers and dead people and mummies and stuff, and then Pink was involved as well, and me and Leo were there, and we were just hanging out, and it was funny. It was really funny. And that's it. That's what happened 5 hours ago. That happened 5 hours ago. Yeah.